What's up today, YouTube? Welcome to Lil Mao's Advanced Weapon Tactics. What do we got today?
So here we have the Ming Dynasty Court Sword, and we're going to be testing this on good old Ivan.
So this is the Ming Dynasty Court Sword. My favorite part right here is the lion/dragon. So this face is really awesome. I think these are just glued on, but it's still nice nonetheless. And you get the back of the head too. You get a nice wooden handle. This is thick, nice grip, and this is actually peened into there. We have a screw-on pommel, and we also have a nice leather sheath with this nice ornate thing, and it's made out of wood for the core.
Just visually, the sword looks very impressive, right? It's a very ornate sword. The sheath, the handle, the guard, right, the pommel, everything on it looks really impressive. So I'm excited to see, what sorts of results we're going to be able to get. It kind of reminds me of like Lord of the Rings, right? The Gondorian swords, except it's like a Chinese version of that. So we'll be able to see what it's going to do to the Ivan head. I'm actually predicting it's going to do some damage to the bone, right? So with the piercers we saw before, it wasn't doing any damage to the bone of Ivan. However, the flesh, yeah, it went right through that, right? We saw 2-3 inch penetrations on the flesh. So hopefully, it's my prediction that we're going to see some damage to the bone with this weapon.
I was looking at this on Cult of Athena. It did kind of look like a short sword. Now, to most people, it is a short sword, but for my size, the Asian people's size, it's really a standard size sword. It's got a nice blade. It reminds me of the chibi style blade. Hopefully this isn't made by Long Quan, because they've been notorious for crappy weapons. So hopefully it survives the test, but this looks a lot better quality.
Lil Mao presents Advanced Weapon Tactics, the weapons review show that tests the lethality and destruction of various cultural artillery. Will this week's weapon be powerful enough to destroy our new Ming heads? Find out now. Do not try this at home.
Okay, I think this is gonna hold up pretty well. Let's see what we got.
Wow. An impressive laceration right on the top of the skull there. Ooh.
Right into the bone. You can see it cracked here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, wow. That is going right into the cranial cavity.
And look at how thick this flesh is to tell you how deep we went with the Ime piercers as well. But this is just crazy. Ooh. So open that bad boy up. Tell us what happened, Matt.
Okay, so there, I'm not as powerful as Lil Mao, but we made it all the way through the flesh.
Into the bone.
Yeah, it actually went into the bone. Not too much, just barely enough to make a scraping out of the top of the cranial cavity there.
What would you have to say about these two strikes here, Matt?
Very impressive. Yeah, I mean, if you have no armor on, you're getting hit with this sword, it's game over. Your skull doesn't need to break for the weapon to be effective, right? Clearly, if it's going 3 inches deep into skin, you got some real results there, so.
Oh, we got some blood. Tell us what happened there, Matt.
Yeah, so as you can see here, I mean, you can see all that blood just gushing right out. This went completely through the skull. So through that thick layer of flesh right there.
And that skull is about 1 inch thick.
Wow. Yeah, and y'all saw the blood gushing out as he hit
get
that.
This clip. Okay, so actually if you can see here, it twisted in here. Now, we can twist it back and tighten up the pommel, but even as it is, nothing right now is loose. So at least I'm happy about that. So Matt got right under the chin.
Oh boy. It's kind of hard to separate. There we go. Wow.
impressive stuff. So I'm gonna go for one more on the top to lay this weapon to rest and lay Mr. Zombie to rest. That one strike here, he's done. The zombie is 100% done. So we're gonna go for one more, and then we're gonna bring out the scythe for the next episode. Let me count down that. So my edge alignment was off on that. And that still managed to go down into the bone. So that is pretty impressive stuff. I think if you go for a slash instead of a top down, you can get a great strike right into the cavity. Now the thing is here, we didn't tie these down. If you watch Zombie Go Boom and other episodes, I think even Skullgrim, they actually have hooks here to tie it down. Now that's not as realistic as leaving it move around. In real life, your target is going to be mobile. So that's why we kind of do it that way. Also, we don't have any string to really tie it down to. All these strikes, if it was on a person, you're going to be done. You're going to be out of the battle. There's no way you're going to get up from this. If you're a zombie, it might take a few swings, but you can get it. And that's pretty crazy. And we're not strong people, so if you're bigger than us, which you probably are, you're going to get more strikes like this. I'm impressed with how well this sword handled the blow for $199. That's how much this sword costs to be able to withstand those forces. We did put quite a bit of power into that, and it's still very sturdy. We do have to straighten out the blade, but that's pretty simple stuff. I wish we didn't have to, but you're paying $199 here, so what do you expect? You get what you pay for. But it's not like the Long Quan ones where the first swing and it's done. You know what I mean? So it's very awesome. I'm happy to have tested this out. All right, Matt, so what you think of the Ming Dynasty Court Sword?
Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive. As I predicted, it did make some really good results on the skull.
Very good.
Yeah, just very insane. So, completely went through the skull on that side strike there. Sent blood gushing out. Very impressed with the sword. And, yeah, I think it performed very well.
For the price, you can't beat it.
Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Advanced Weapon Tactics. Make sure to like, leave us a comment if you have any suggestions for future episodes. Let us know down below. Next up, we will be testing a scythe on good old Ivan here, so stay tuned for that. Furthermore, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and stay tuned.
Son.